Hello again. You're watching today on eNCA DSTV channel 43 with me, Dan Moyane. Now, let's go to one of our top stories. Tshwane Mayor Randall Williams has resigned. Williams says his decision is to ensure the stability of the city's multi-party coalition government. Let's get some more clarity on this now with DA's Gauteng leader, Msimanga. Good afternoon. Welcome to today, Mr. Msimanga, here on eNCA. Mr. Williams, I just want to start there. Was he pushed or not? What happened?
No, it was never being pushed. Good afternoon, brother, and good afternoon to the listeners at home. It was a number of conversations that has taken place. In fact, there are conversations that have been taking place for a little bit of a while relating to, how do we then turn the city of Tshwane around. Also, the audit finding was one of the things that now had been discussed in terms of what we need to do in order to turn the situation around. And you would know and appreciate that the mayor's health condition hasn't been that great. He's spending a lot of time in hospital late last year. And this is some of the things that now he has highlighted as, reasons why he believes that he will now need to step aside. But over and above that, given the fact that some within our own coalition partners have, been gunning for Randall, and he felt that, let himself be removed out of the way and see if whether it is indeed about service delivery or people are just pushing their own agendas and trying to, drive political issues instead of dealing with issues of delivery. Yeah.
Okay, just to be clear, so there's two main reasons from what I'm hearing. There's an ill health. He's not been well, spending quite a lot of time in and out of hospitals last year. The other one is the fact that there has been a pressure for performance for him by members of the DA and opposition parties?
Well, yes. I mean, there's been a number of issues, not pressure in terms of delivery pressure, but pressure in terms of being able to then get everybody to then do what needs to be done. And also, this is something that we are going to be bringing back to the multi-party to then say it cannot be one person. At least in this instance, the one person has decided to take action. The question is, what are we going to do going forward to hold all those that we put into offices to account, whether it's a mayor, whether it's an MMC, whether it's a DA MMC or whether it's an Action SA MMC or eNCA Freedom Party MMC, all these people need to be held to account in terms of delivery of services to our people. And these are the conversations that we're going to continue now having going forward, brother.
Okay, so is the DA going to be fielding a new candidate?
Yes, we will. There is a conversation that we're already having internally. There is a meeting that is going to be taking place this evening with the multi-party partners, in which this conversation will be expanded a whole lot on. And obviously, we will then be fielding a new candidate and then hopefully be able to then consolidate, the parties in that particular municipality and actually then get to then focusing on service delivery because it's what the people are asking for. They don't want bickering on positions and politics. They want service delivery, and that's what we want everybody to be focusing on.
Okay, finally, it's proving very tricky to navigate this new multi-party coalition government setup. I mean, yourselves, you are in Ekurhuleni, and Tanya Campbell is barely hanging on that mayoral chain there. And then you've got Johannesburg. We know what has happened there to Dr. Mpopalatse. Now in Tshwane, you have Randall Williams leaving for the reasons you've clarified. Are you concerned now as the DA that the model that perhaps is being followed to manage these big metros in that multi-party coalition government needs to change or the agreement needs to be adjusted? Very briefly, are you concerned?
Well, we are concerned that it looks like coalitions are being stabilized or destabilized in South Africa. As you know, coalitions are going to be the order of the day, whether we like it or not. In 2024, you are going to see a number of coalitions, whether it is, in a number of provinces. And if the polls are anything to go by, it might even happen at the national level. It is a great concern that we now need to find a model and that is stable, that is able to then work. But one of the things that we have done as the Democratic Alliance, and you stated the example of Johannesburg, what happened in Johannesburg, and I want to state the example again in Ekurhuleni, where there is a party that is out of government but want to then use tactics and almost like a coup to then take power.
Is that the ANC? You are referring to the ANC?
Yes, I can tell you right now that they have just lost another case in Ekurhuleni to try and remove the speaker and the chief whip and also the illegal meeting that has just taken place. As I'm talking to you, I've just received now a court order to then declare all those activities that has taken place last week as illegal. We're not doing this because we want to hang on to power by hook or crook, but we're doing this to then say power should be able to change hands in a legal manner and also in a peaceful manner where actually the service delivery should be at the center of everything that we're doing. And this is why, when it is done in a wrong way, we will continue, to approach a court of law to make sure that the processes are done legally and in a fair manner. It's not to then say that the DA would want to hang on to power by all means. But the concern is that we need to find a model that works for South Africa at a provincial, at a local, at a national level, because it looks like coalitions are going to be the order of the day going forward. So we have to get it right.
Okay, very briefly, how long do you think you'll take to decide on the replacement, your mayoral candidate in Tshwane? You said you have a meeting this evening.
Well, we have a meeting this evening. The mayor is in office until the 28th of February. His resignation kicks in at on the 28th of February. So we have roughly about 2 weeks in order to be able to then go through everything that we need to go through. But an announcement will be made very, very soon.